Hi, today we are going to learn how to register for school using our online registration process. This is the West Contra Costa Unified School District website. To go to the registration page, we will first click on Find It Fast and immediately click on Register Enroll. It'll take you immediately to the enrollment and registration page. Here you can see if you're a new family what you need to do, your neighborhood school, click there. It'll tell you what school locator. You can put your address in, and if I just put in Bissell Avenue, I can find out where I will be going to school at. I'm just going to put in 08, 1108, and it'll come up with Bissell Avenue, and it has a smart search, as we call it, and this will tell you which school sites I should be attending by that address. Nystrom would be my elementary school, Dijon would be my middle school, and Kennedy High School would be my high school. Let's click back over here on our registration tab. Online registration. Oh, what documents do I need to have? Click here for required documents. These are the required documents. Of course, again, we're going to remind you to find your school site first. We have the online registration. And then these are the documents that you need to have to register. Resident declaration, caregiver, families in transition, required documents. You can have your homeowner's tax papers, rental property, a most recent pay stub, voter's registration, automobile insurance, with a registration if possible, please. Official letter from the Social Security or government agency. A bank statement, which would be a current one, not one from a year ago. Verification of age of the student you are registering. Birth certificate, baptismal certificate. You could also have their passport if they have a passport. Grade level verification, transcript or most recent report card from the last school if they are not just entering school. Most importantly, immunization record. Immunization records are very important, especially for registering for school. We're going to click again on Enrollment Registration tab. After we have completed the registration online process, then you'll make an appointment for in-person verification or however you and the school site are able to accommodate this process. So now we're going to click on Register for the school year. We would put our email address in here. But first, oh, wait a minute, I don't have an account. I need to create one. I would create my account, putting information in. Most importantly, you need to have a phone number and an email address. Security questions. Of course, these are all different. And then I comply, and you have created your account. I'm going to click the back button. I have created an account already, so I will put my email address in. And then I'm going to put my password in. As you can see, you can't see what your password is. Do not remember your login and password on a computer for security. Sign in. Not a valid password. Whoops, what did I do? There we go. Do not save. I have registered students before, so I had a login and password. Choose your student. I don't need to continue one of these. I need to add my new student for the next school year. So we're going to add Birdie, Patience, date of birth, 08, 02, 2015, and add student. Notice I put the slashes, not dashes, not spaces, and I did everything uniformly as it asked me to. Here we are to register for the 2021 school year. Reading the directions, again, it would tell me if you didn't have time to check for which school, I could click here and I could look for which school. Next page, information. Once you've submitted, it'll send you an email confirmation saying that you have completed your documentation. Also, it'll give you information that you need to contact the school you have registered at to make an appointment to turn in all your other paperwork. Next. What year are we registering for? We're registering for the 2021 school year. Was the student ever enrolled in West Contra Costa Unified School District? No, brand new. Next. Does the student have a middle name? I'm going to say Blue. This is not a real student, as you can tell. Gender, as you can see, there are requirements. I'm going to say female. The date of birth came from our original. Kindergarten. School enrolling. Remember they told me I would be enrolling in Nystrom. What is my address? Avenue. If I have an apartment number, I would put it here. The city. The state. California's at the top. And my zip code. My home phone number, --231. Mailing address different. Maybe I want the information, I don't want it at my regular address. Let's say I wanted it at a different address, like my work address. I would put that address here. Verification. Now, here I could upload the documents I needed to, such as my PG&E bill. So I'm going to click on Upload, and it will give me a browse. If you're doing this on your phone, that would be a good way to do this. Open, and there I have that. So I can upload that document. There's my address. My second proof of residency, browse. I'm going to open. And now it's uploaded both of my documents proving where I live or rent. Birth verification. This is another, you would put in your information. Open, upload. It does take time. I'm going to click on next. If you do not have this information or unable to upload it, please do not worry. This is documentation you can give to your school site at your appointment. Click next. Ethnicity. Am I Hispanic or Latino or not? I'm going to choose not. Now, what is my race? You have primary race and additional race. What do I identify most with? Tahitian. If I have another one, I can also say, and white. I could put another one in here and say Hawaiian. You have up to 5 areas to place a race. City of, and I'm going to say San Pablo. State of birth, California. Country of birth, United States. Initial enrollment date, 08, 01. Oh, let's see, what's today's date? Today's date would be 12/22/2020. That was when I initially registered for school. United States. Previous school information. None. No. Special services. Does my child have an IEP plan? No. Does it have 504? No. No. And now we go down to the home language survey. This is where you need to be very specific. You have multiple areas that you could choose from. I'm going to choose English for all of this. Frequently at home, we don't speak any other language than English at home. But you could choose Spanish, you could choose Tagalog, you could choose Samoan. I prefer to be corresponded to in English. If perhaps I would rather be have my writings sent to me in Spanish or another language, please identify. Next. Do you have a temporary living arrangement? Yes. Due to loss of housing? Yes. Right now, I do not have a permanent living arrangement. I am not in a motel or sheltered, but I am doubled up. So this would place me in a different category. If you are not, then you would say no. Go on down. There are various areas to choose from. Student primarily lives with both parents. Yes. We have joint custody. No. If my child was living in a foster home, I say yes, and then I would give more information later. Right now I'm saying no. This is required by law to ask about military. No. No. Parent guardian information. I have one. We only want one parent to be contacted. I would put that information in here. Suffix. I don't have a suffix. I am female. I am not the mother. I am the other, because I am the stepmother. Has custody? Yes. Can pick up student? Yes. That would mean I could pick the student up from school. Lives with student? Yes. Resides, yes, I do. And then my phone number. What type? It is a work phone. Yes. My second phone number is a mobile. Preferred number? No. Yes, I do receive text messages here. This is very important. If there's an emergency that we cannot phone you at, but we could send a text message, we would like to be able to do that. I don't have any other phone numbers. I don't need to add more. My employer is WCCUSD. My email. The reason they want my email is so that I can receive emails. Education. I can say decline to state or not a high school graduate, which would be appropriate. Sibling information. I have no siblings, but if I did, I could say 2 and put that information here. Autumn. 92002. Not attending West Contra Costa. Name of second child. My patients. 852012. School. Oh, let's say Murphy. Okay, next. Emergency contacts. Do I have any? Yes, I have one. You don't have to select the title of a person. And I'm going to say Tracy Powers, friend. Can the student pick up? Yes. No. 510-15. Mobile. Yes. Yes. And we don't have another phone number. That's the only one we needed. Next. We must have a priority. So if there's an emergency, who is called first? I can be called first, and then Tracy second. Next. This information is very important also. This is all about the oral health assessment, how this information is required for registration. If you click here, it opens in a second tab. This is a waiver that you need to have a doctor complete. See right here? This is where the doctor would sign and complete. I'm going back. Medication, if this is where a student is taking an inhaler or anything else, this is where that information would be written down and given back to the school. Okay? And this is the parent's guide to immunizations. Whoops, that one's not there. They must be updating it at the moment. Okay. County hospital. Don't have a doctor's name. I don't have a dentist. Health allergies? Nope, 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 nothing, none. If they were, then we could put that here and say yes, and you would say what the medication is, how often it's administered, and does it have to be taken at school, and at what time. Okay, I'm going to say no, and I'm going back up here and saying no to this. Immunization form should be uploaded right here. Just as we uploaded all of our other information, this is where we would upload our immunization information. Click next. This is regarding this parent-student handbook information. This information will get you all the documentation on what is going on in the school. These are usually papers that are happening to be handed out. Instead, we have made it more convenient for the family to have them online. Meals and applications, you can click here and apply for meals. Applying for the meals, whether you qualify or not, also gives your student and other students the opportunity to forego college application fees, bus fees, and multiple other areas. It also, if you read carefully, gets a discount on internet access at home and school funding. This is where the school district receives quite a bit of funding for your student in their classroom. Media opt-out form. This is where you could say you did not give permission to have your student's picture shared. And you could say nope. The date, which is 22nd. Agreement, I do not agree. Secondary school code of conduct does not mean that your student is in secondary. This is basically stating, by clicking here, that your student and all other students that read this carefully are going to be respectful, be safe, be courteous, respect property and others' opinions, have privacy, be informed about what is expected of them, have fun and enjoy their school years. They will take responsibility of their education and try to strive for high achievement. They will obey school rules. They will not smoke or harass another student. They will not bring dangerous items to the school, and they will understand that if they are abusive to one another, there are consequences. This should be read carefully by both the parents and the student. If you do not agree with this, you click I do not agree. Community engagement. This is another military area. I do not want my information disclosed to anybody. Okay. Pesticide use. There are pesticide uses used at the school district to ward off ants and other pests. And this information, if it has to be used where students could come in contact, are to be done by US mail to you, phone, or an email. I prefer an email, less paper. Technology use and internet safety policy. This information tells you about how to report a stolen device, Every student in the school district receives a tablet to use for their educational purposes. And it has quite a bit of information in here. Please read carefully. It is very informative. As a student, I agree or I disagree. As a parent, I agree. And next. This is almost our final stage. Additional documentation to assist families. Here, this is information you can see that says parent ID. For safety, if during our COVID times especially, we are finding that if we have a picture ID of the person that could be coming to pick up your student, it would be most helpful. So I would upload a picture with their name on it, like their driver's license or their passport. If your student wishes to participate in after-school program opportunities, when they are available again, there will be a link here for them to fill out and submit to the school office. The next possibility is student hotspot request for distance learning. This is very important. In these times, we know that not everybody can have the internet that can keep up with the learning process. So if your student needs a hotspot to utilize and keep their educational endeavors up, please click yes and give us the date that you're choosing this. That's a great information. If you have information or your student is in foster youth, please know your rights. Follow the documentation to get more information. There is more information on a form called foster screening form and the foster initial form. Also, you can click on Families in Transition, which I am in right now, and get more information and documentation here off of our district website. Clicking back on our tab, I'm going to click Next. I verify that I have done everything. Yes. I will put my name here. Whoops. And my date. And I'm going to click the word Next. Oh, wow, this is my summary page. Oops, I didn't do something. I did all of these. I didn't do one of these correctly, so I forgot to fill in 2 areas. Let me click here. I sure did. Is there a phone number for my physician? I don't have a phone number because I don't have a physician. So I would click 000-000-0000-0000. And I will do the same 00-123-1234. Putting in zeros does the same thing. And now I will go back to my summary page, and I have completed everything, and I will click the word Submit. It does take time to process all of this documentation. Here is the final steps. I have finished everything. I can click here and I can open. And here is all my documentation, and I can save it. I can print it, or I could put it on a PDF by clicking File, Save As. I'm going to save it to my desktop. And then I can have my Birdie enrollment and click Save. I'm going to close this. The next thing it's telling me to do is schedule an appointment. Remember at the beginning, it asked us to schedule an appointment when we had completed the process. It's reminding us. If we didn't get to turn in all of our paperwork, such as our immunizations, our birth certificate, passport, our residential documentation, we can do so at this appointment. If we forgot to turn in or fill out the more than a meal, we can also do that now. This is the school and the phone number I need to contact, and I could do that at this number right here. Very easy.